Let us know when. Give us a green light. Green light. Zeta, take us away. Episode 26.
25, you fuck.
25.
Fuck.
Episode 25. Zeta, take us away.
Welcome back, guys.
To what?
Doesn't sound right. It really doesn't sound right.
It sounds good.
My microphone.
He sounds a bit fuzzy.
How about you
does
sit
sound-
back like a human being?
Okay, do you want me to sit back like a human? Is that better?
Yes.
It does sound better.
Okay.
You sitting back.
Well, I'm happy.
They do sound a bit muffled. I do agree with you, Zeta.
He's fucking got it that close on a deep throater. Just sit back.
What?
Just kick back. Talk.
All
All right,
right.
guys, welcome back. Episode 25 of That's Racing. I feel like we haven't been here in a very long time.
4 weeks.
I think it's been longer than that. But there's a lot to talk about, a lot to catch up on. We've
Don't have one.
got the superstar back in Mack. You've just come back from a round-the-world trip, debuting a brand new pro mod, so there's a lot to talk about on that. And then we've also got Romanus's new killer event, which was pretty cool to see.
How would you know it's killer? You didn't come.
I saw it online.
This is quite true, Zeta.
Look, it was Easter. You know, I had the wife telling me we had family things to do, so
You're that guy.
it's very unfortunate. Yeah, I am that.
Listen,
It's a good excuse.
Happy to
It's a
be
good
that guy.
excuse.
In this situation, yes.
you have to come to the next one, though.
I will be there.
Because this is about supporting a fellow podcaster and a friend, so this is
Look,
different.
I had every intention of supporting him. It just didn't work out. It was a long weekend.
You were blessed it was Easter.
Mate, it was Easter. I was celebrating.
Did you go to church
I did, yes.
on the Saturday night?
I went midnight mass, yes.
Oh, so you could have come all day.
I could have, but we had family commitments. We had barbecues and then more barbecues.
That's
and
right. We'll let him off. We'll let him off.
Romanos, I'm sorry.
It's okay. You don't
Please
have to
accept
do
this apology.
We'll see it
But I
next
promise you I'll be there at the next one.
That's fine.
And I'm buying a ticket to say that I've supported you.
Even better.
officially. All right?
Thank you.
Is that good?
That's good enough.
We're happy with that.
So where do we start? Like, do we start talking about your trip? Or
I
do
want
we
to know
start-
about the trip. I feel
Yeah,
like there's
yeah.
been so much content. I'm up
Bro,
to
these
2
vlogs-
episodes. I'm up to 2 episodes now. So
Man, for those of you that haven't watched them, I
wanna
think
know.
you should get on and watch those vlogs. They're like a real behind-the-scenes look into what happens in the day of a racer, I suppose, or a car
Potential
owner.
racer. Potential.
A car owner and a racing team. You know, I watched a couple of them,
Is that a
and
team?
it is a team. It's a good team. Actually, what did Shane T call it? The A team.
The A team.
The A team.
Yeah.
When you mix,
I don't
the
know,
way he
I don't
referred
like
to it,
that.
I like. You can tell he's an
Comment,
intellect, eh?
Very smart boy.
Like the way he speaks,
Yeah.
he stops and thinks
He's
about his
he's
sentences. Not
that
like this
smart.
bloke just.
He's not that smart. He called me a dish rag.
Whoa.
So tell us, Mac. Tell us about this trip.
Well, look, I can't really go into deep lengths
Here we go.
about
Well,
it.
you've got to drop something. You have to.
Mate,
Like we're here,
tell
we're
us
on the
about
podcast.
how you left Sydney.
for That's Racing family, I feel like you should give us a little bit extra.
Yes,
Not
yes.
everything, but just the guys that are loyal and watching us all the time. You got to give them something extra.
Tell us, how'd you get to the airport? Who went with you?
I got
how-
dropped
how-
off.
That's already vlogged.
I got dropped
How,
off.
how
That's-
was it when you arrived in fucking whatever country you went?
We've already seen most of that. If you've watched the vlog,
Maybe just touch on a little bit for those that haven't.
Not everyone
Little
watches the
bits.
vlog.
Little bits and pieces.
so how we got to the airport?
No. First
Being a
arriving.
dickhead.
I don't understand.
What's it like first landing on American soil? I think from there.
Oh, look, I've been to America a few times before this trip, but it's been a while since I was there. I think the last time I was there was like 2016 or something. It hasn't really changed much. It's still the same kind of place. But in saying that, I've never been to Florida, which was an awesome place. It was pretty cool. Different vibe to like the California side or...
Florida. Is there more rednecks in Florida? I feel like that's a bit more redneck.
No, not really.
No. Florida was alright.
Wait, is there crocodiles in Florida?
Alligators.
Alligators, okay.
I didn't see any.
Did
but
you notice how low the place is, like when to sea level?
9 foot.
Yeah.
So the track was 9 foot above sea level because about 200 meters behind us was the water.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember
so
driving
literally
there.
you cross the road and...
Oh, that's where you ran out of
When you
fuel.
say water, is it like a beach or is it like,
No, like, it was like-
lakes?
No, beaches, lakes, everything, oceans.
Yeah.
Like the waterway you're driving, you feel like the road is on the same level
Wow.
as the
Yeah.
water. And you think, man, you could see how it'll create a problem when it rains heavy or floods or
Yeah, so
cyclones.
they actually, from an aerial view, if you ever bored and want to have a look from Google Earth, when you look at Florida from the top, all you see is just little patches of water, because what happens is that it's so low and everything is surrounded by water that you'll just have little water ponds pop up everywhere. So you'd be driving down the road and there'll be like a little pond here, a little pond there, a bigger pond there, and it just all links up into rivers, streams, and then oceans. So the place is literally almost underwater, but it's not.
Wow.
So it's pretty cool. It was a cool place. It's really nice. Like infrastructure was nice. It was not what I expected. I thought it was going to be a bit rougher, especially where we were staying. But
It was rough.
it wasn't.
What do you mean where you were staying? I'll paint a picture there.
Well, we were staying in a place called Bradenton,
Yep.
which is about an hour and a half away from Tampa, which was the main city. We're in Florida where we were, and like
You're in the suburbs.
We're in the suburbs. When I looked it up, it said that it was a bit rough. Ironically, when I asked people there, how is Bradenton? Apparently, I didn't look this up, but I was told that it was the second or third highest crime rate in America was in Bradenton.
Really?
Yeah.
That's all right. Second or third, not first.
So I didn't see anything bad. I didn't witness anything bad.
Really?
I seen.
Neither
Petrol
did I,
station?
when I was in
Look,
Bradenton.
in
petrol station?
Bradenton. That wasn't in Bradenton. That was out on the outskirts of Bradenton. So where the car was located when we got there was at a shop called JBR. These guys build engines and do a lot of CNC work for the Civic engines. And stuff like that, plus other things. Awesome guys. The guys there were legends, and they were like really nice. And thank you to the boys for hosting us and letting us use the workshop. They literally gave us the keys to the shop and just said, do what you need to do and use whatever machinery and tools that you need to do. So they were absolute legends. The boys there. Thank you for what you've done.
That's how it is anywhere around the world, though. Like if you've got races, and if they were to come here to Australia with a car wanting to race, you know that other shops, or you in particular, are going to open your shop for them, and it's just like a camaraderie or a vibe that we've got amongst ourselves.
I can, from my experience, the racing scene over there is a lot different to the Australian racing scene. People over there are really
Nice.
polite, nice, respectful. There's not a lot of hate going on. There's not a lot of jealousy and envy going on. Everyone is there because they actually enjoy drag racing, and everyone there is willing to help. Victor Alvarez, the owner of the track, who's another legend and a top bloke. Thank you, Vic, for your help. He has a pro mod that he's debuted not long ago. Zeta, you would know more about this. It's more up your field. And it lives in the back of the track in a shed there next to the Freedom Factory where Cletus McFarlane's place is. And one of the days, which you'll see in the vlog, the Odyssey battery, them fucking real expensive lithium Odyssey batteries?
No.
Anyway, they're lightweight and they're expensive and shit as fuck. It shit itself on us in the middle of the day.
Get it, bro.
And we needed a battery. And we rang up Vic and we're like, Vic, we need a battery, because Vic has a performance shop in Tampa called Induction Performance.
Does he?
Yeah, and they do a lot of. Actually, all he does is Supras. We actually went there for a visit for the day, and he had about 50, I reckon, easy 50 Supras that he was working on.
Wow.
That will all look like they were pushing at least minimum. I reckon minimum was like 800 horsepower, all the way up to 2,000, 2,500, and he had like this big ass shop full of cars that were getting worked on. And he also sells parts, is a dealer for a lot of the parts and stuff like that. So he said to us, go to the back shed, pull my Pro Mod apart, take the battery, take what you need and do what you want. So over there...
What a legend.
Yeah, they're really nice, they're really
Good luck
helpful.
doing that here.
Yeah.
I'd do that for you.
Oh, no, come on. We're not that
Oh, you're giving me your engine. You've got no choice.
If you're in the Australian drag racing scene, you would sort of know what we're talking about a bit. There is a bit more rivalry and a bit more feelings involved when it comes to different workshops and competition. But yeah, look, they're just the Yanks are different. It's a big thing over there. They take it seriously. What I was really surprised with was that nearly every single car that I watched race at a serious, at a seriouser level than a street car, the driver of the car would nearly almost be tuning his own car. And in the pits, they would all just be on the roof of their cars out doing their own tune-ups. So it's a bit different to how we have it here, where we heavily depend on a tuner to come to the track and tune a multiple amount of cars. Over there, they're that into racing that
they've learnt themselves.
Every single person knows how to tune to a certain degree.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that's pretty cool, man. Like they're that into it. You know what I mean?
That reminds me of mate last week.
Yeah, like sort of what Ashraf done at roll racing. So it's a different world, man. They're in some aspects, in a lot of aspects, they're a lot further ahead of us in terms of the way they do things, technology. But honestly, the biggest standout for me would be the track, the prep of the track. And we touch on it in the vlog, and we have a chat to Wade, who's, you know who Wade is, Zeta.
Yep.
He's the guy that preps the track. He's got a reputation over there of being one of the best preppers in America. Victor stole him from Orlando.
So this guy's a gun.
He's good. I mean, he's the type of guy that he'll watch a car go down and he'll know what the track needs
100%.
to get it right.
Oh,
100%.
So he's constantly tweaking it.
100%.
Fuck yeah, man.
Man,
Wow,
like,
okay.
He's like a nutty professor.
yeah. So they're over there. They have this principle where they sort of say, we don't chase the track. We want to chase more the tune-up. And if we need to chase the track, then the track prepper will work with the chassis guys over there and help. And that's exactly what happened.
Wow.
They literally, the car would go down, and then he would go then and speak to the boys, the PMS boys, and to Shane and to Abraham, and tell them, like, at every single run, they filmed both sides of the car's tires in slow motion. And then a person would stand on each side of the car, and they would film the car taking off in slow motion, and then they would watch the tire turn and make an assessment based on that. Before the car had even gotten back to the pit, they would almost have an idea of what they needed to do and a change if they needed to make.
That's sick.
It's full on, you know. And then he would work with them and be like, right, I'm gonna go and make it better here in the 60 or in the 330, or I'm gonna do this or I'm gonna do that, and that's what would happen. Wow. And every single time
it got better and better.
It got better and better, and it would work. Wow. There was none of this bullshit. And to top it all off, he was on his own. There was not one other person at this track besides him. And it would take him literally 10, 15 minutes max to prep the track. And when he prepped this track, it was prepped.
All right, but equipment-wise, you're saying he's a one-man show. What's he got equipment-wise?
Exactly what we have, besides a scraper, which I don't know if
I think they're talking about buying one.
Yeah, so
and it's like a ride-on scraper to just scrape the shit off the track.
Pretty much exactly what we have, they have the same.
So 15 minutes, this guy, one-man show.
One-man show, 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes max.
Have a
Preps tracked, and it is the tightest fucking track you've ever been on in your life.
What do you mean by tightest?
Their slick track is basically our radial.
We tried to take off on a radial prep track, and the car wouldn't do a burnout. So nearly 3,000 horsepower couldn't spin the tyre on their radial prep.
When you say tight, what do you mean by tight?
So that's what the terminology that they use for.
For being like sticky.
Tight.
Yeah, like it's tight.
I
Like
gotcha.
Do you know what I mean?
I gotcha.
So yeah, look, they are way ahead of us in terms of prep and in terms of what they do. And you got to remember, the weather also wasn't great. We would have days where it was 33 degrees Celsius. We would have days where it was 16 degrees Celsius. We would have windy days. We would have rainy days. So it wasn't like, oh, the weather's amazing and it's the best climate. He literally had to work with so many different
What if there's like a
weather settings.
What if you guys drop coolant or oil or something? How was there a scenario where that happened?
Never happened, so I couldn't tell.
So you can't tell.
Yeah.
Their cleanup is pretty quick.
Yeah.
How quick?
Quick.
Yeah.
15, 20 minutes.
15, 20 minutes.
Depending on, like, it really depends on the amount of fuel that's
at a big event, like, when I've watched, like,
you got to go to the World Series
Pro Mod or
Bradenton.
Whites Out or import versus domestic. They actually like almost double up the machinery.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they'll have two people on the same thing going at it because it's a race event and there's so many.
Do you know,
cars.
like, I look at Bradenton, right, and I compare the facility there, in my own mind, to the facility we've got here in Sydney. Our track here wipes the floor with that.
Facility-wise, yes.
And track-wise. Like,
oh, man.
the track's not smooth at all.
I've got...
What do you mean not smooth?
Like, it's bumpy. The
Okay,
track's
so-
not...
They got like dents and shit.
The track surface
Yeah.
is like Parramatta Hume Highway
No.
before they fixed it. It's like the M5 just before you get off at the Hume Highway exit.
What about
The
Kuta?
old-
You been to Kuta?
No, I haven't been to Kuta, no. It's just cracked. It's cracked.
It's not a great surface, but
No.
they make it great, you know?
Wow.
Yeah.
And then I think to myself, just imagine we had the knowledge.
Why don't we get
or
that
the
Wade guy
people-
to come teach the people here?
Well, he's offered to come out here, and I think the track's declined because they didn't want to pay to get him out here. So he told me that he's offered. And if you watch the vlog, you'll see there's a segment in there where we actually have a pretty well a deep conversation with Wade about how he preps and his experience and all that kind of stuff. So it will actually give you a good insight. And we also show the surface of the track and, you know, the condition of it and everything else. So you'll get an idea of what we're talking about. And I can just tell you that it's light years ahead of us.
Wow.
In terms
of their prep.
In terms of the prep, not the facility. The facility was basic.
Yeah,
it was nothing.
It's like a goat town.
It was
like
literally, you get off the highway, turn right, and you're at the track. There's no gates, there's no buildings, there's no nothing.
And you go watch like the World Series of Pro Mod there. It's like the baddest motherfuckers in the world are there racing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, man. It's
so
credit to them for what they've done and for the venue that they've created and the name that they've created for themselves.
100%.
It's no doubt something that everyone wants to do and go and race there because they've got that name behind them.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can one day learn from it.
Definitely.
And improve what
we need to. If you want to run a 4 in your car when it gets here, we need to.
We'll figure that out when it gets here.
100%.
Tell us about your actual car now.
Yeah.
What was your first impression?
Well, yeah.
Like, you've never seen it till that day.
Yeah, well...
But did you even speak about it much? You didn't even really tell everybody what colour it is or anything.
No.
No, because
I feel like
everyone was guessing.
Yeah,
So,
that's right.
Yeah. Well,
tell us the idea. Tell us what it is. What's the airbrushing? What's the colour?
So it's based on a...
What engine?
R34 concept design.
What engine?
So the front end looks like an... Yeah, it's
What?
based on the
2J?
R34 concept.
You never know.
It's got the RB30, 26, obviously, that we run, RBX.
It's purple. I seen it was purple.
It's
Is that
yeah.
Mack's purple? Like the original Mack purple?
It's actually...
That's
it
what I was
was
gonna
meant
ask.
to be exactly like that, but it's a bit different. And to be honest with you, it's actually... I'm happy that it's a bit different because it turned out awesome. Like,
Wow.
it just...
How's the quality of that chassis in real life? 'Cause I know Matuk was telling me because he's never seen anything like it.
Look, I've seen a fair bit of cars now in Australia, and I've seen some cars over there. And to be honest, like, I know this is going to sound biased because it's my car, but that probably is the best workmanship in a car that I've ever seen.
Wow.
And that was
a big
everyone's
statement.
thought. That was everyone's opinion and thought that saw it, including Anthony. And he's a fucking critic, man. Like, he criticizes everything, as you can see in the vlog.
He didn't like your computer.
Yeah, well, that's clear as day now, isn't it?
Oh, what happened?
There's a problem with his computer. The name on it was different.
Yeah. But look, the PMS guys, they've done a great job. They've, given me an awesome car in the time frame that they did it as well was fucking crazy. The work that they did on the car when we were at the track, and their experience with chassis and clutches was second to none. And I honestly couldn't thank them more for what they've delivered to me. It was more than what I expected.
So did you have to pinch yourself when you got there and said, like, this is mine? That's
Yeah,
real?
yeah. When we first walked in, we were like, fuck, man. And even then it didn't resonate because you have to walk around the car a few times and look under it and look in it and
See all the
realize all the details and the bits and pieces that just go, fuck, man, like, this is crazy,
That's mad.
Did you sit in it?
Yeah.
Are you ever planning on racing that car? Or?
Oh, we'll see, man. Fucking it's... Yeah,
Better
look,
not. Better not.
Yeah, look, Anthony is an amazing driver. And they even
There's
said
no-
that over there. They even said, like, that he's one of the best drivers that they've seen.
the only
And there's a
thing you
lot
can
of
do.
fucking drivers over there, you know what I mean? Like, that guy can fucking drive a car, man.
There's no doubt.
Yeah. And
It's the only thing you can do.
that thing is fucking fast, man.
What did it run?
I can't say.
Can you
you-
say,
can you,
or
like-
what about, what have you said, like, what have you posted? Because I haven't seen
Nothing.
your latest
We
episode.
haven't posted. We've posted it leaving the 60, and that's it.
That's it.
So
what did
nobody
it,
knows
what did
what
it
it run.
60?
I can't say.
Oh,
You're gonna have to watch the vlog. It's all in the vlog.
You're gonna
But
give us something. with
that's
it.
racing viewers. That's like a spit in the face, if you ask me.
Straight out. At least tell
you
us,
agree?
what
agree.
was your first...
We're family
Pass.
here.
Well, like,
Don't
what
give
was-
us everything.
Don't give us everything.
Then
The
tell us
first
your
pass.
PB. Tell us your first,
An
even
exclus-
half a track pass.
An exclusive to That's Racing only. We won't say anything else. I think it just stays to the guys that are watching.
What was your first half track pass?
Something. You got to give us some.
What do you mean half track?
No,
Think-
forget
well,
the half track.
no.
We want to know on its first full
No,
pass what it
no.
went.
Well, he did. I know that they've done a pass and came off it at half track, and it did a pretty decent number.
Yeah. Again.
Let the viewers know that at
Nah.
least.
It's only that That's Racing viewers. That's it, really.
nah.
You're not telling the
You're gonna
world.
have to watch the vlog.
You're telling us-
It's coming out in the next less than a week, you
Man.
guys will see everything in detail,
See,
and you'll be
you're
able
We're
to
like
make.
family. You got to give us something.
See, you're a fuckwit.
Look, what I can tell you is
Something.
that we used one engine. That's
How
all.
many did you take with you?
9.
So what are you doing with them?
They're for sale. So to all the people that were so concerned and interested about how many engines we took, if you want to buy one, they're for sale.
Actually,
How much?
Yeah. If you want to buy an engine, they're for sale.
are they still over there?
They're still over there, but we can bring them back for you for the right price. So we only used one engine. So
But
to
did you-
everyone
did
that
you-
was concerned about why we were taking 9 engines, we used one.
But did you actually use one or just decide to change it?
We
'Cause-
used one, and then we said on the last day, which you'll see in the vlog, that maybe we should just put another engine in there, just in case, because this isn't making sense. Like,
Oh, so something happened for you to want to change the engine.
no, nothing happened. There was
That's
no
the problem.
mechanical failure.
It kept going for that long.
It
But therefore
kept
would
going
change it.
for such a long amount of time, and we're not used to that. So it was made more sense to just say, let's just throw another one in there on the last day and see what happens.
So
and
how
just-
can you hate the computer then?
well, look,
I still want to know what you ran. Like, I want the people to know.
Something. I feel like you got to give us something.
Did it go a 5?
Well, I'm sure you could say that.
Yeah.
Like, surely.
all I can say is that if you're watching, you were the first to run a 6 in an R34, but I beat you to running a 5.
There we go. We'll take that. Thank you.
And
An exclusive.
And unless you're going to run a 4, maybe turn your focus to trying to run a 5 in a VL, and let's see who gets there first.
He's choosing his words very carefully. Then I like that. We'll take it.
That's that's what I have to say to
Alright.
a certain somebodies.
And most people should know who that is. I think.
So you ran a 5?
Sorry,
Yes, he did.
we ran a
Yeah,
5.
he ran a
We
5.
did run a 5.
Good
Yes.
work. We don't know what it is, but
We did run a
So
5.
congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
yeah.
How did Am feel running a 5 after having his accident and then going there?
Oh, look, I think we were all shocked by the performance of the car, but you got to watch the vlog to understand what was the lead up to us running the 5.
Oh, there was like,
And then for us running the number that we ran eventually at the end. All I can say is that my opinion and everyone else's opinion, whether it's between our team here and overseas and the people that were part of this car or were just watching, is that this is going to be a fucking fast car. It's going to be a bad fast car, and it's going to
how
be real.
bad we're talking.
We're talking bad, and
Bad?
the numbers are bad, and we're going to show all that. This is the part that people, I guess, are happy about with the vlog and what they're, enjoying. And I love the comments. And to the people watching, we really appreciate the support and we appreciate the comments, because it's awesome to see that you're loving what we're, the content that we've created. And we've done this so you guys can understand what it's all about to do this. But we're going to put the numbers on there. We're going to put the time slips. We're going to put everything
Good on ya.
to showcase everything that we've done, because we got nothing to hide.
Be as transparent as
100%.
possible.
We're not about
The viewers are
hiding.
gonna
We're
like
not
that.
about not telling people what
Yeah.
we've done and just putting a number up every now and then and clapping. We want to show you guys that it's not easy.
Yeah.
But when you do have the right team and you do have the right car and everything does eventually slowly come together, that it's pretty fucking awesome what you can achieve.
Good on you.
So you're a fuckwit.
So what's the plan now? Are you
That's
going
it.
back over there to race?
Oh,
Are you
look,
bringing the car here?
we're going to see what we're going to do. We're going to see what we're going to do.
I reckon you should bring it back. I heard Jemba's got good prize money in Queensland.
Yeah, Jambo's put up some good money, 100%.
Really?
Yeah.
What have they done?
30 or 50 grand?
I think it's 25 for FX.
Really?
30.
I think in total there's about 100 grand.
And Factory Extreme is 30 grand.
Yeah, there's about $100,000 in prize money that they're putting up this year.
Wow.
Why?
Why?
Or to race and make
I
money.
think just
I
to make it a
realise
better
that,
event.
but why? Like they've,
Well,
they've-
because a lot of events have died out. Jemba has been going good. So why not make it better by putting up money, and then he can
But if
bring
it-
his car and win and make money, and I can get half.
so you're bringing your car to race at Jambo?
Look, we're talking. I had a chat to Colin today. We had a good conversation because there's something else in the background that we're sort of working on. Trying to bring someone over from the States here that are fans of an RB and want to drive, and I offered them a car to drive, and they've taken us up on that offer, so they want to come out here and
Which car do you offer him?
oh, nothing yet.
You'll find out when the time comes, right?
So Colin, I think eventually we'll probably get him on here. He said that he'll come on to the podcast and talk about Jambo before it comes up, and maybe by then we'll know.
Are you going to
what's
Jambo
happening.
Queensland?
Oh yeah, we're definitely going.
Are you just going to Jambo Queensland?
100%.
I'll go if you
I want to go.
Oh, because I'm already there, but I don't know about Jambo. But I'm going to Queensland. We have to go.
Yeah, I'm going. I'll be there. Bells and whistles.
Oh, so now you'll go all the way there, but you won't go to your mate's event at fucking Eastern
Was it
Creek.
Easter?
Is your car going to be there?
Yes.
Oh, no way.
I
Are
think
you
so.
racing?
Maybe.
Ooh.
You won't race, you bitch,
Why won't I race?
because you're a bitch.
Okay. No,
You-
the car's getting shipped over here now. So
It's on its way.
Bro, that'd be mad. Imagine you win the races, you win the money, and I get your engine cheaper.
yeah, but the factory extreme's not for pro mods. They've got a
No, Pro Mod is 50 grand. Factory Extreme is 30.
Stop.
I'm serious. Check the website.
Factory streams 25.
How much is pro mod?
50.
Not sure. It's 100 grand in total. That's what he told me today. So it's going to be between 20, 30 grand, whatever it is. It's still a lot more than what we're used to, and it's a lot more than anyone
Well, the
else
good
has
thing about
offered
Promod,
in Australia.
It's quarter mile there. At,
Is there a
Canberra.
time limit there? I mean, a speed thing?
There is.
So you can't do your fucking 4.9 at 350 mile?
You can't go more than 260 mile an hour.
I'll drive for that then. You drive for faster.
Done. Lock it in.
Yeah, did you know I'm driving Zayda's car?
Yeah, well, with the weight that you're at now, you should be a driver.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He wants to go
It's an advantage.
Can't be that hard to steal, what, 5,500
I
horsepower?
don't think you can smoke ice while you're driving though.
So now that your car's finished and done, and the PMS boys are finished with it,
Yeah.
where is your car at?
I don't fucking know.
Come on, mate.
Because my mate here got his car finished. We built them at the same time. I said, focus on his car so he can run a good number.
What a good mate you are. But now your mate hasn't followed up for your car, has he?
Yeah, see, this is the problem.
Ah, what a mate.
They want an engine.
Can you stop doing that?
God, I just want to honestly.
Oh, they want an engine to mount in the
they
car?
told me when they
fucking
were,
dish rag.
when they were in that fucking country he went to.
America?
They told me that
God's
my
never
car's
left the country.
12 weeks away.
12 weeks.
12 weeks. I should have my car finished on the ground.
You don't have an engine.
I don't want an engine. I got his.
You got a car and you have no engine.
I haven't decided yet
It's
if I'm
the
going
biggest
2J or V8.
It's the biggest waste of time ever.
Why? He might want to just park it up and look at it. They are. They are.
Well,
they
then
are.
they shouldn't be in a rush to get it.
It's been a year.
So what?
Any slower?
If you get a Jerry Bickle car build, it'll take you about 3-4 years.
That's why I didn't go there.
Exactly.
I went for the year.
Whether you wait a year or another 6 months, you're still winning.
You're still winning.
Yeah, but
Winning's
if
winning.
I get the car here and your car's here, I take your engine.
And then
I'm
you're done.
ahead.
What engine?
The one out of his car.
Why would you take the engine out of his car?
Because he's not focused on racing at the moment.
oh yeah.
He's made a plan in his mind that he's
I've made
taking my
a,
engine.
what's it called?
I know, go along with it.
The executive decision.
He's made an executive decision. He's my
Executive-
manager.
Yeah. Well, you
Because
should
he-
make an executive decision to put some weight on.
You're an actually fat cool. Anyway, enough about you.
Yeah. Well, that's it. I'm not going to say
So
anymore. I
Murad,
think I've
because
said
everything that Murad's talking about is on his vlog, we can't even get any
enough.
information.
Exactly.
We
Yeah.
got a little bit.
We got a little bit.
Yeah.
He,
Look, I
ran, he
gave
ran a
his-
5, his car's purple, and it's a 34, 35 GDR lookalike.
Yeah. I've given you a bit, but watch the vlog and you'll understand
And he
more.
done
and
one,
you'll
one
see a lot
engine,
more.
he's got 8 for sale. How much is each engine, so anyone can ask?
Well, no, he's got 7 for sale. If he changed one, it means he's used
Oh no,
2.
they're all still good, but I could sell all 9 if I really wanted to.
Yeah, but how much is the engine? so
Wouldn't you
in
keep
case?
a couple? 2 or something?
Honestly, based on the experience that we had, I didn't. Like, you wouldn't even need it.
All right, I'll take 2.
It's been awesome.
I'll take 2.
Done. We'll work out a deal after
For
this.
90 grand, I'll take 2.
Yeah.
All right.
What are they worth? Just out of curiosity, like an engine.
Depends who's buying them.
Okay, but like just
97,500.
An engine complete, like a
Yeah.
long engine, you're not going to get much change from 60, 70 grand. Like you're not
Aussie?
gonna- yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah, you're not going to get much change from that.
Pretty,
Depending on.
pretty expensive for a 2,500 horsepower engine.
Yeah.
So Romanos.
Because an
The
idiot.
spotlight's on you now, mate. Spotlight's
Fucking COTS.
COTS, yes.
COTS.
That stands for King of the Street, yeah?
King of the streets.
Streets. With
Not
an S.
one, streets.
Could be King of the Strip.
Yeah?
Could be, and there's a few other names out there that
Well,
people
what
are
did
throwing
you
out.
actually
But
call it?
COTS. We call it COTS.
Yeah, king of the what?
No, just COTS. KOTS. KOTS. COTS.
So you woke up and go COTS.
COTS.
Yeah, but
But what do you actually mean by COTS?
King of the Strip. Initially, we we're thinking King of the Strip. But then
That's
people
why-
were throwing out King of the Street. People were throwing out. There's a couple other ones, but I can't remember. But honestly, we just call it KOTS.
I got one. That's probably too rude to say.
You might as well say it. It's
No.
a family here.
Go on. Children watch this show, so it's fine.
Yeah, me and a good friend of mine, Michael,
Yep.
we decided to do an event at roll racing. I mean, at Sydney Dragway, a roll racing event, and yeah, first one was
Last week.
last week, last Saturday.
It was pretty good.
It was good
Considering it was Easter
Yeah.
and the turnout that it
Yeah.
had,
for the first
Think
event.
It was
pretty
fucking
good.
good.
Yeah.
I was there from like 2 in the afternoon. I think we got there a bit early. We got a bit excited.
A little bit.
It was fucking hot. It
It
was.
was a hot day
and
for this time of the year.
I was sitting around thinking, "Fuck! All right, when's this gonna take off? What's happening?" And then as soon as the sun went down, man, it was like, "Whoa, okay,
Yeah, people just
this
started
shit's real,
pouring
man."
Through the door. We had oh yeah, there was a point there when we had cars down on the main road lining up trying to get in. So like, and then like
I drove out, came back in. I couldn't get back in.
I remember
so how many people?
it's hard to say. We don't have exact figures, but I think it's like 3,500 to 4,000 people.
That's
That's
not
pretty
bad.
good, man.
Yeah, for the first event, I think like
100%.
we weren't expecting that many people. So yeah, like wrapped, absolutely wrapped. The guys at the Dragway couldn't believe it. Yeah,
Pretty insane, man.
it was cool. Even like me and Michael were in the buggy and we were just driving around. Like all the car park's full. The spectator car park was full, and I was like, "Whoa, this is mad."
It's a good feeling.
yeah, it's a really
It's
good feeling.
it's a breath of fresh air to see
Something
something
different.
different
That's right.
at the Dragway.
Yes.
Like, fuck,
And
you're
kick
like,
off.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is cool. You know.
Yeah.
So-
And then a lot of people like yourself, they were actually away on Easter, so we had a lot of friends and family too that couldn't make the event because just family commitments,
Yeah.
and a lot of people were away on holidays. So to pull those numbers, like
How was it though? The event itself.
Fucking
Talk us through it.
look, overall, I think it was good. It was good.
Could it have been better?
Oh, 100%. Definitely could have been better. Don't even know where to start. Definitely could have had a few more cars there.
Yep.
Cleanup time. The biggest thing for us was we had a couple of oil downs. So we had 3 in total. The biggest thing there was it was long.
The cleanup.
It was definitely
Much longer than what it would take next door.
Yes, I'd probably say double the time.
Because they actually prepped the track after the cleanup.
Yeah.
It's the same concept as if you were drag racing. That's
Yeah.
the way
Like
they
a
were
private
prepping it.
day
But-
car.
but-
Yes,
when you look at it,
Well,
when you-
they asked us what kind of level of prep do we want when we said we want a national level.
Yeah.
So they were prepping the track to a national level.
I think the difference is you'd avoid a lot of those mishaps that would happen next door, where they just put the kitty litter over the oil and then send you back out.
100%.
You see so
Oh,
many
man,
cars.
look.
And that's why you see the accidents.
The stability and the difference in the way the car felt and the way that it.
How would you know?
How-
You never
I
drove.
went with you, you dickhead.
How did the cars react though? Like in terms of did they break traction?
Yes.
There were a couple of cars,
Not
but not
really.
really.
Not
Like
really,
most people were feeding more power into their cars.
Than what they normally would.
Oh yeah, a lot.
Well, if
A lot of real drive cars.
Yeah, I agree.
They didn't even have to do a burnout. Most of them were fine, putting down all their power and without a burnout.
Well, to put it into perspective for you, the same amount of power, the tune-up that we had in it for the last roll racing in Mack, when we used it, the first hit on the KOTS event, it felt like
Very, 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 very.
like
very
it
slow.
felt very slow.
Like I was looking at him while driving.
And at the
thinking,
last
what's
roll
going on?
racing event, that car was starting to get loose and it was starting to look a bit fucking shaky. We literally had to put double the power into it for it to start being fast.
Yeah.
So that gives you an indication of the difference between the two surfaces. So it's fucking crazy.
It's like night and day.
Night and day.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know how you had planned to do the burnouts over in that car park area? Did you still do that?
We did, and a few people used it. Well, there were quite a few people using it, so that worked really well. Very happy with how that
Was
worked.
everyone
We-
sensible in doing their burnout and shit?
Yeah. From what I've been told, there was no one played up. Everyone was
Well
really
behaved?
good. Yeah, everyone's well behaved. They've done their burnouts. I think once the guys had actually done that one burnout and then out on track, they were pretty good. Obviously, when we had the first oil down, a couple of guys do another burnout, and then they were good to go. Besides the oil, look, the biggest issue for us was definitely the oil down, which is definitely going to be fixed. I think we'll be able to halve that time. We're just got to figure out how. I think what is it, Wade?
Yep.
I think maybe talking to Wade is definitely going to be.
Bring him over.
He's happy.
Oh, look, man.
He's happy to come.
Look, whatever it's going to take, we'll do it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I think that they're sorted. Everything else is kind of easy to fix. The way we ran it on Saturday night isn't how we would usually do it. On the test day, we did it a little bit differently. But the day before, we got a phone call from the guys at Sydney Dragway saying that the right lane, 1,000-foot marker, wasn't triggering, so we couldn't get the speed. So we had to push it further to the quarter mile, and then take the start line a little bit further up. But it meant the roll-on was a lot longer, and it meant we couldn't measure the guys that are racing. We couldn't measure the speed from the tree to the 60-foot marker. So there was no policing of people rolling on at 60 Ks.
So you're telling me that event wasn't meant to be a quarter mile?
No, it wasn't meant to be. It was
if
meant
that's
to be.
the case, Mr. 33 Marlon, I would have beat you.
Oh, no, he was fast.
Yeah, he got me at the finish line.
Yes. No,
Yeah,
man, he
but
top
the
ended.
distance was still the same though.
No. So the distance was actually a little bit longer than
Love
what
you,
it should have
Marlon.
been.
It was about 400 meters. It was pretty
No,
much the
but
whole.
what
Oh,
I'm saying
it was-
is
you're right.
they pushed back the start though.
We did, but because we couldn't police the roll-on speed, most people were rolling on at like, instead of rolling on at 60, they were doing like 80.
Yeah.
Like you, I seen you roll on 90.
That wasn't me, but a lot of guys are rolling on way too fast. But look, at the end of the day, I think races had a lot of fun. We got to see some really fast cars. We got to see that the flow of getting the guys, the actual runs down was quick.
It looked like
Really-
America kind of thing.
really,
in, out,
really,
in, out,
yeah,
in.
it was
If
really
it wasn't
quick.
for the oil down, it was just like
Honestly,
constant.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would. I don't know. Fuck. I don't want to say it.
Go
don't
back to
say
roll racing.
Yeah. I don't know. It's
Look,
different.
no. It's different. I think each event has their own place.
I don't know, man. It's a lot
Each-
safer. I'll tell you that.
Look, it is for the bigger power cars. Yes.
Well, if you go off what happened at the last Raw Racing and everyone, 3 cars nearly lost their cars.
yeah. Look, I don't know. Yeah.
It's a lot safer for the big horsepower cars, and it's just a lot safer in general. But
Look, it's good to do
You're
both.
talking about two different facilities. The Sydney Dragway is designed for
drag racing.
drag racing and proper fast cars. You know what I mean? Motorsports Park is too, but not.
yeah, but if you look at America, roll drag's the version of what you're doing over there. They don't do it on a normal surface. They'd also do it at a drag strip.
They're doing 240 miles.
Exactly. Like it gets to a point now, and I think we're at that point
Cars are
where
getting
the cars
faster.
are fast,
Yes,
man.
they are.
You know what I
5
mean?
years ago it was okay.
Yeah, you're doing
That's
over. Like there's a lot of cars now doing over 300 kilometers, man.
How fast were they? Like, what was the
So
fastest
309.
car?
Marlon in Mr. 33 B2R built car.
That car's a beast.
Yeah, he went 310 Ks.
What's that, about 185 mile?
190.
more.
That's close to 200 miles.
Yeah, man.
It'd be very close to 200. I think it's like 190. It'd be like 190. Yeah, 192 or something.
I'll do an exact measurement on my phone.
Like you're
It's
gonna
fast,
you're
it's
gonna need to
fast.
shoot.
Tony-
You need to shoot
yeah.
almost, man. You're going to charge them all.
To be honest with you, all the cars are actually pulling up really well.
Yeah, except
but
the brake smell.
At the same time, though, I just think we need to keep in mind that we're not going to be running this distance all the time.
192 miles
There you go.
is 310
It
kilometers.
was a one-off.
fast.
It was one-off. So yeah, from now on, it would be from the 60-foot to the 1,000-foot, which is about 310 meters. So-
Versus how far is it next door?
It's about the same.
It's
280 next
They
door.
it varies. They move it back and
They do.
forward. So it's
But-
about between 280 and 300.
So
But I
put
like
in-
the quarter mile.
So
it's
to put in-
nice.
Nah, look, it's
too
a
much,
lot
man.
harder on the cars. and-
But it gives the V10s more advantage.
yeah,
Were the
but-
V10s there?
Yeah, they were.
They won.
Tony won. But back to this, I just
So
want
did
to say
Tony win your first event?
he did. But quickly,
What, just what?
just one
Stop.
sec. Stop.
Precision one.
Give me a sec.
Go precision.
I just want to say with the quarter mile running, there are a lot of cars that weren't geared for it, so they had to stop
100%.
earlier. You know, so you kind of want to make it fair for everyone.
You want to make it so you can do both events without changing your car too much.
Exactly.
it's too long.
That's right. It is.
It's too long. That's
Yeah.
it.
And look, it
It's
was
not
cool to
gonna-
see.
But precision one.
You
It was
know
cool
what's
to
going to
see.
happen? You're going to create a disadvantage then.
Agreed. Precision one.
Yeah, no, 100%. We'll get to that. I'm just kind of run you through everything. This event is a
can't believe it,
This event is a non-biased event. Even though I'm a B2R customer, when it comes to KOTS, you cannot be biased.
Technically, you're a customer of every shop.
Well,
You're
mate,
right. I do have a precision car.
listen,
You're right.
Listen, I heard earlier on that there was some drama where you were coming back out at your own event when you shouldn't have?
I'll tell everyone what happened.
Just fill us in there, mate.
I will. So
Just to clear the air.
Look, Romanos is a very fair bloke. to be
I
honest.
did race
I witnessed it.
eliminations. I did. I was out there I didn't even really get many runs. So as soon as elimination started, I jumped in RHM.
Yep.
I raced a Monaro first up. I won that race, and then I lined up against a B2R car. 34H.
Yep.
Fast car that's got the air shifter sequential. A little bit smaller setup. Look, he's in left lane, definitely rolling a little bit too fast. Again, couldn't police it, so there's not much we could have done. I ended up winning that race. Then I had Psycho 32, again, another very, very quick car.
What shop's that from?
He's one of the boys. He's from our team.
Just for everyone else to know.
B2R Motorsports and all that. And then,
So he's one of your mates.
He is one of my mates, 100% one of my mates. So look,
So in other words, your mate bent you over.
huh? He did
At your own event.
Look, he was definitely out front
Well,
quite a
mate.
bit, but.
So did you hear that, guys? Another B2R jump.
no,
So
no.
B2R's been
No,
jumping.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Let the guy talk.
Anyway,
I love you, B2R.
He beat me to the finish line. I called jump, right? So ananyway,
Technically beat you to the finish.
anyway, he got kicked out. Then Anthony,
Who kicked him out? You at your own event? Oh.
no, I didn't. It was the guys watching the upstairs.
So you had officials like
Yeah, 100%. We just come around. Who won? Yes, no problem. You go through. He jumped. He didn't. So in my head, I didn't know any of this. I'm like, who won? Because it was actually really close towards the finish line. He didn't know. I didn't know. So it was either one. They're like, yep, you won. Sweet, I've gone through. And then Anthony comes around and he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I won. He's like, no, you didn't. You lost. He goes, your lights went off. I go, bro, I won. Called the guys, who won? They're like, you won. And they're like, I'm like, how did I win? They go, he jumped. I'm like, all right, there you go, Anthony. When he goes, nah, you're cheating. You're one of the organisers. I go, do you know what? I go, stuff it. I'll park my car up. Wazza can come in, take over.
Yeah.
I'm happy to do it.
You couldn't have picked the worst person
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
get
you
get
can't.
up
It
you
just
about
wasn't
something.
worth the argument. So I
why,
was like,
why was Amph even arguing? He wasn't even there racing.
yeah, look, I wasn't.
Can we talk to
you
Anth about
You
this?
were still racing.
Yeah, but he isn't racing. Why is he arguing?
I feel like
just
I
Anth,
feel like
right?
we need Anthony's view on this.
Oh, I've got the videos and all that. It doesn't matter. Look, it doesn't
No,
matter.
no,
At the end
I've
of the
seen
day,
the
you,
videos.
Anthony.
I've seen
At the
it.
end of the day, I
Romanos
was
got
like, it
jumped.
wasn't worth the headache. And do you know what? To be fair, I kind of wanted to. I think it was good.
You're
I had-
better-
I wanted
better
to
off
watch
watching.
what everyone's doing because I learned. Okay, we need to fix that. We need to fix
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
The way we run eliminations is going to be different because
We didn't know where to go when we came back.
yes, that's right. That's the thing.
I got confused because
Yeah.
I kept winning, so I
Yeah.
didn't know where to go.
So we
But
know
you
we just got to
didn't
make
win
it.
to the final.
No,
gotta
no,
make it-
because there was an extra 100 meters I didn't know about.
So we've got to make it a little bit more clearer to the races on where you have to go after you finish your round.
Yeah.
But again, little things. It's just a couple of little things.
100%.
Teething
man.
issues.
Teething issues.
Yeah.
at
So
a
for a
brand new
first event, everything went pretty
Yes,
smooth.
man, the vibe was actually killer. And then there's this, we got a video online against, Tony, absolute, monster of a car. And he was another car that went over 300 Ks.
Who was he against in the final?
So he was in against a B2R car, A32. And man,
That car's a
A32,
beast.
that car is one of the most consistent cars out there at the moment. It's just, man, lap after lap after lap from roll racing
not
Sydney to
consistent
KOTS
enough to
to...
win.
Yeah, he's always there in the finals. He just can't get that win. But
is that because the Lambo's faster or too fast? Or?
no, it's not too. The Lambo's fast. There's no denying that.
Is
it's
it
fast.
faster than it, or they're both?
No, it definitely is fast. He went 330 Ks.
So
You trying to? I'm not going to be biased. It is what it is. At the end of the day, it's black and white. You know what I mean? But at the end,
He's a
if you-
precision customer.
The B2R like A32s. It's a
No, that
monster.
car's a beast.
Oh, there's
It
no
is-
doubt.
it's-
It's not,
it's
it's
a
not
monster. I can't
beast enough to win.
Can you please turn his mic off? Anyway, there's a shot. There's a video on one of our on the KOTS Facebook page, and you see you got Tony in the left lane, A32 in the right lane, and you're looking back through the tunnels, and the tunnels are packed. So you got all these people. I know you guys have said it when you get. He said all these people behind the start line. You kind of had that vibe. So all these people behind the cars.
Yeah, because the finals.
As a final race, everyone's standing there, and then bang, they're off. So it definitely has a really good vibe, which I was a little bit nervous of.
It
No,
was
the
awesome.
vibe,
into
it. It was
the
really
vibe
good.
was sick, especially
killer.
coming back the return road and you look at the grandstand
So where are
and the
people,
grandstands
though?
are full.
Are the people on the start line or are they in the tunnels?
Tunnel
tunnels.
on the side left and right,
Yeah.
Okay.
and then the
Not
grandstand
the
left
right.
and right.
Not the right.
Yeah, that was.
For the final race we
The
did.
final,
yes.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. You should have that the whole time.
I think for the finals, yes. I think
Yeah.
it was cool. Like if you had each team, like all your
Are
team.
you
members behind
allowed
the
to
cars.
get into that, that box in the centre between the cars? Or
No.
No.
Who? Like who?
Like people,
No.
No,
No.
only officials.
It's for
Yeah.
safety.
Yeah, and then the other thing too, which was pretty cool and a lot of good feedback, was the burnout entertainment we had whilst
Oh, yeah.
the all down.
That veil was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pat in his VL.
Yeah,
There's
that's sick.
there's one of the other boys in the white VL too.
Where'd they do
Cracker.
that, on the burnout pad?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they had-
on the
so
burnout
while
pads.
we're waiting for the oil downs, you had
Yeah.
burnouts.
We had guys doing burnouts.
So the S15 there, the almost right off.
typically that's interesting though, because typically if you have burnouts, they have to clean the track up.
They just weren't allowed to pop their tyres. So as long as we didn't let them pop their tyres, we were there monitoring how much debris was coming off, but it's actually pretty good.
Like he was watching the tread, just go, stop.
I was out there every time the guys were doing burnouts, just because I know
Yeah.
that was.
You know what,
vicious,
man?
but it was good.
You looked thrashed
You
by
looked
the end
lost.
of it because
You
you were
looked
just
lost,
running around.
Man, it is a lot of hard work, especially it's your first one.
You need
everybody in the roles.
I'll tell you what you need.
What?
You need a buggy.
100%.
I've got one.
I got one too.
Send it.
I got a spare one for
bring
you if
it.
you need it.
Yes.
You need a buggy, man. I was
Oh,
like,
I-
this
I
poor
said-
cunt, he's probably done about fucking
Right.
50,000 steps tonight.
Wait, you never had a buggy?
Oh, we did, but then we only had one. So like, Mike
Brother.
was using it, or I was using
I
it.
had my buggy
mine.
there.
Because we had a buggy just to get food.
Yeah, but
I took my buggy
yeah.
just to get around.
Yeah, overall, man, like killer
Once you got
turnout.
that luxury of having one, you just
Yeah.
can't go without it.
Murad's one runs out of battery half the time.
That's why I bought petrol, man.
It didn't run out of battery. He's a shit talking cunt. It
It
was
didn't even-
fine. It
No,
ran out
not-
of battery once because we didn't charge it. Now all of a sudden it's just run out of battery forever.
We haven't used it since for some reason.
Yeah. How's the Rolls Royce? That run out of battery?
Yes.
It ran out about 200 grand worth of battery.
Oh, that's cool, man. I'm glad that
It was good. It was
a
good, yeah.
success.
Thank you. Like, I got
I'm
No,
So
honestly,
that
it
was
was great.
Glad that
PRP
precision
Turbo
one.
Smart jumped on board and helped us out.
Yeah. No, it was really
you,
good.
you guys helped. Thank you for your support too. Or you guys.
No, it was
brought
cool,
down
man.
Cars. Everyone,
And it was-
everyone except for Zeta.
It was actually pretty cool because we actually got to take down our merch stand and sell some merch.
Man, I actually seen a few people buying That's Racing t-shirts. I'm like, yes.
We actually did really well
Yeah.
that night and we
So-
sold a bit of merch. So thank
So
you
we
to
can buy a
everyone that
couple
came
more
out and
chairs?
bought
Yeah.
merch and supported it. It was
Yeah.
awesome.
We had
It's
the food trucks there too. They were cute.
Yeah,
Oh, that
more.
turtle
You need
burgers
more.
are fucking
Yeah.
hectic.
The lineup for that burger
Yeah.
truck was so big.
And
Man,
the
even-
acai upstairs, I couldn't get
Man,
one.
so there
I
was,
couldn't
we
get
had
one.
wood-fired pizzas. We had some with loaded cookies. I think
Can we
it's
do a
loaded
sausage
lamb.
roll there?
No, yeah, somebody did say the same thing, so I think we will.
Sausage roll?
We're definitely
sausage
gonna have-
sizzle?
Sausage sizzle.
It's sausage roll. Like, what do you mean?
You know what I mean?
You're a bit hungry, Zeta.
Yeah.
Sausage roll and sizzle are different.
Yeah,
I
very
think we should
different
get
Zeta.
Ashraf on the barbie.
There's going to be a
Brother,
lot of.
I
a
am
lot of-
driving. Let me drive. I'm comfortable.
There's going to be a lot of new things that we're going to implement, and it's going to be pretty cool. So we're only going to get better.
Dish rag.
Yeah. Overall, it was good to actually see seats or bums in the seats at.
I know, man. I
At
went
the
out
dragway.
and I was like, when I went out to the start line, and I was like, "Fuck, man, there's a lot of people in the grandstand.
When is
That's what happens
When's
when
the
you've
next
got
one?
3,000 people.
Pretty good."
Yeah. It's,
JDR Festival is the next one on the
Yep.
23rd of
23rd
May.
of May. So this
do you mean JDR? Oh,
we're
you're
doing
doing it at
we're doing a
JDR?
couple collab with
Collab, you know, collab?
PRP GDR Festival. On the Friday, we're doing KOTS roll racing underneath that PRP GDR banner, which is going to be really, really, really cool. We're also, apart from the standard round 2 of KOTS, we're going to do a Pro 16, Pro Street, 16 cars. They can run methanol. So, methanol. Yeah, we might see
You're
some
a
super
full
fast
fuckwit.
cars, some big cars, So I think that's going to be pretty cool. And then I think at the end of it,
I
the
heard
winner
Bipola's
of-
racing.
Me too. Bipolar.
He rang me yesterday. He goes, I'm going to race. He goes, and let's see how we go.
Oh God, that's gonna be hard to beat.
It's going to be cool. Oh, man, it's going to be very,
Fucking
very
hell.
hard to beat. But yeah,
If
we're going to...
if it can.
It will. It's a hip surface.
He said to me, he goes, I don't want to win. I just want to give it a shot because I'm going to have to pull my parachutes to stop.
That's fine.
He goes, so by the time I
but
pack them, I can't
Yeah.
go round and round.
Yeah.
Well, how quick are you turning it around though?
Fast,
Quick.
Fast, man.
By the time
Honestly-
you're on the return road, you would have seen 2 races
Yeah.
already.
Yeah, man, I literally, so pretty much, when you go down the drag strip, and then as soon as the guys are near, like they haven't even turned the bend, we can send the next 2. I said to the guys, like, slow it down. It's actually a bit too fast. only because we're getting through the cars too
How
quick.
many cars were there?
Man, we should have had 150, but about 30 cars, 40 cars didn't show up. Don't know why. Don't know where they were. But yeah. so-
Easter. Everyone forgot.
Yeah.
I forgot it was Easter. I had to pack up and go.
It was still a good turnout.
Yeah.
To me, that was very successful for a first event.
No, there was undeniable.
And I think it was great to see, like we said earlier, something new and different at the drag strip site. So congratulations, Romanos.
you.
You've put on a great event, and I think it's going to have a great future. And
You know what I reckon?
Michael,
Someone should buy Mack
congratulations.
for the next event because I can't be bothered driving.
That was cool watching that.
I agree.
The cartel,
Doesn't it
the
look like
cartel
Zeta?
show and shine too was actually pretty cool. Guys bought a lot of cars. Man,
Yeah.
put your phone away. We're on a fucking
No, but
podcast.
doesn't it look like Zeta?
He's a
He's
child.
rude, eh?
He's a
He's
child.
rude.
So for the people that don't know and haven't seen the ads up, we have Mack up for sale at the moment. If anyone is interested, contact Ashraf, DM him because he's in charge of negotiations as always, because you won't win.
That's a car you just jump in and it's ready to go.
It's exactly what happened on the
Literally.
weekend. I jumped in.
That's the car for KOTS.
I said I needed a bit more power. Plugged the laptop in.
Yeah, it could do with
And
just
it can
a little
still-
bit more
it
power,
can
but
still
honestly,
have
that's the
more.
first time it's been turned up, and it actually did not bad. So
It did really good, man.
Yeah.
Super good, you know.
If that was roll racing on the other side,
Yeah,
I would have beat Marlon.
maybe. I don't know. But again, you know, I
Love
have
you,
to say
Marlon.
congratulations to the PR boys and Tony for taking out that.
100%.
You know how we were
I-
saying earlier, like he should drop things for the That's Racing family.
Yeah.
You should drop something like maybe some spectator tickets or general admission tickets.
That's
Was
it.
like how so?
That's
What do you
it.
want me to do?
The next roll racing.
know.
is-
Me dropping what happened on a trip is different to
he's
giving
different,
up.
mate. Watch, he's going to give away free tickets and you didn't drop anything, mate.
I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You told us you ran a 5. Whoop-de-doo. Of course you're going to run a 5.
Why?
It's a $5.99.
What have they got to do to get free tickets? It's gonna be
I don't know. You've got to come up with something. Girls, any ideas? I think
I'll think about
like and share a KOTS post or do something.
which post.
I don't know. I'm not on social media.
How about this? I got a good one for you. The first
The next
5 people,
No.
the first 5 people to comment in the comment section.
We
Why
love
5?
KOTS.
We love KOTS.
Sounds-
Get an entry, admission,
I
general
have-
admission.
I have idea. I have idea.
I'd love to, but I kind of have to run this through Motive. But I don't think he's going to say no to this. So,
Who's Motive?
I don't
What's
think so.
Motive?
Well, PRP and PRP GDR Festival because it's under them. So for
Well, we
spectator
love
tickets,
Motive too. There you go.
So-
Fucking hell.
Andrew, I think make it
no,
happen.
100%.
I have a better idea.
Herman and Andrew are going to
The
make it
first
happen.
That's it.
25 people to buy a
No.
That's Racing t-shirt gets a free entry.
25.
No.
From you, but you pay for his entry.
What kind of shit is that?
No. First
I think
people
it works
to
out
We Love
well. You
KOTS,
pay, he gets
Fuck
and
entry.
maybe do a hashtag on their social media.
Hashtag
somewhere.
COTS.
Hashtag KOTS
Well, I'll do it
in
right
the
now.
comments. The
Hashtag-
first 5 people to hashtag KOTS in the comments will get
And share-
a general admin
Share the
ticket.
videos. That's it.
Yeah,
We'll send you a ticket.
and Romanos will make sure
But
of
if us
that.
4
Yeah,
comment
we'll
at
sort it out.
first,
I'm
at the
gonna
start
jump
of the
on there
video
now.
going up, we win.
You can't comment first.
Are you coming?
Why?
I want a media pass. Like I want to be able to get up there, up
get you.
close and personal.
Done.
You're the boss. So
You gonna come?
Yes, I'll be there.
Can you jump in the
better-
car with me?
Yes.
Jump in the car with Romanos?
Which car?
Whatever that happens to be racing that day.
I don't know if I'm going to roll race next one. It's either drag race or roll race.
No, you have to drag race because you have a GDR challenge thing. Like
To be
every
hon- yeah,
GDR
yeah.
festival, you
win.
break the record.
And we need another
I think
birthday
you should
cake
drag
for our
race as
mate.
well.
100%.
Yeah.
We'll get that record back just
Yeah.
for our mate.
I reckon you should roll race after. Oh no, you got to drag race second. Yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah, drag race.
yeah, Friday's roll racing, Saturday's
I
roll
need you to
racing.
go 7:47
40.
at 199.
Okay.
200 will be good.
Doable.
Yeah, but look, I want 200, but 199 is more achievable.
I'd know all about it. No, actually, I went 200.
We'll see. I'm not too sure. I might do
It's
both.
not
I don't know.
699.
Let's see how it
We'll figure
goes.
it out.
All right.
But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Maybe some new things.
It's good to
working
be
on.
back and
Welcome back
we're doing
from
this again.
your trip.
Thank you very
Welcome
much.
back.
Thank you guys.
Welcome home.
Hopefully
Thank
we
you.
get some information.
Jump on to the Mack Daddy vlog on YouTube.
Why don't you give something away?
Follow, like, and subscribe,
Yeah,
and
give
watch
away a
the.
Give away
shirt.
something. Give
Give
away
away a
something.
Big Mack shirt. Far out. We're here giving away the love of That's Racing family.
Yeah,
Just
I want you to give away something.
Yeah,
give
what would
away
you
a
like?
Big Mack
Done.
shirt if someone guesses the time the car ran. How
Yeah,
about
that's
that?
good. That's good.
The
The
final-
closest,
no.
the closest person.
No,
Okay.
not the first pass. The final good
Yeah.
run.
The person who guesses closest gets a Big
Big
Mac.
Mack shirt.
Yeah, and jumper.
Done.
And hat.
And
Done.
hat. Whatever
And
you
pants.
have,
We
you
don't
gotta
have
give-
any hats yet.
You got to put it.
We
Do
don't
we
have
have
any hats
pants?
yet.
Do we have pants?
No pens.
Full of IDs. Give them a whole outfit.
Done.
Fuck it. Don't worry
All
about
right, we'll dress you up in Big Mac gear if they're closest to the time.
it. No. They
Of his
have
car.
to get the time.
Okay.
No. Closest to.
No, they have to get it.
No, the closest
No,
to. Because you want to give away a prize.
You know what? You're right. You can't say closest to because
Right.
You
it's
have
not
to
that
say the
far.
time.
It's
Like within the 2 digits. So it might be
What
like.
if nobody gets it? Then you give away nothing.
well, then no one wins.
no,
no
you
one
give it to the
wins.
person that's
No,
closest.
$5.99.
To the closest. That's fine.
That's it.
$5.99.
To the closest,
To the
but
closest
how
within-
far off? How far off?
Within.
What do you mean? Whoever gets the closest gets the closest. You're either going to get it or you're going to be the
So
closest.
for example,
No, because what if
For-
you read
for-
a 5.5, someone goes, I read a 5.6. It's not.
Yeah, give it to him.
It's not that close.
If nobody said 5,
That's very far.
Yes, very far.
it is very
That's
far.
very far.
It is
Yeah,
very
but if
far.
nobody else got closer, then give it to
within
that person.
point two, within two, I don't
And
even know
you
what
be
you
too
call it.
technical, man. Keep it simple.
He's
Less than
he's
two
trying
tenths.
to give away a shirt.
No, I'm just trying to figure
Keep
out.
it simple. Whoever gets the closest or the exact number, done.
Done.
Okay.
Let's
No,
do that.
if you get the exact number, you get extra.
All right. Romanos will be the judge of that.
You get
How's that?
extra.
Yeah,
Done.
you get extra.
Give something else away. What are you going to give him?
He'll give him a free ride in Mack.
We'll give him one of your Ozempic pens.
I don't use a Zempic, fuck with.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah. You know what we do? What other shit?
Oh, shut up. No one cares anymore.
You don't
All right, guys.
You don't want to get it.
Thanks for
Thanks
watching.
thanks for watching. Thanks for coming in, boys.
Bye.
And we'll catch us on the next one. I guess we're back. We're back. And hopefully by the next one, which will be in a fortnight's time, the rest of the vlogs will be out, so we'll be able to talk a bit more into depth.
No one cares. They would have watched it. See you guys.
See you guys.
See you guys.
How you win?